Well, would you look at here? Buy now, pay later will now factor into your credit score after Klarna reported over $130 million in unpaid customer debt. It was only a matter of time. Like, I saw this coming a few miles away. Because if you've been following me, you know I've been talking about buy now, pay later apps for a long time, like well over a year. And it's not that I'm against the actual service, I'm against people using them irresponsibly. Because a lot of people were just using it to overconsume and buy stuff that didn't really bring them no value, no benefit. And so they were digging themselves in a whole lot of debt. And although it didn't, go against your credit and probably didn't have no super high interest rate, if any at all, it was easy to kind of take advantage of. But I've always questioned like the business model. I'm like, how are they making money if they not charging interest? They not doing no credit checks. Like, people are steadily running off on the plug. And so I knew it, like, they can't operate at a loss, like, not for this long. So it's going to be interesting to see the actual details of how this going to unfold. I don't know if they're going to do it to current users or to any new users, or if they try to borrow any, more like new money to slap it on somebody that already been having it or already, kind of got the debt or whatever. I think that'll be like a little, I don't know, but I would say unfair, but I don't know. We're going to see. But either way, you're going to have to tighten up on it because you don't want this to impact your credit score in a negative way.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Robert here. So we got an interesting one today for those of you that are consumers or users of these buy now, pay later type accounts. You got to be on notice, right? As a matter of practice, I've been seeing Affirm and a couple of other buy now, pay later accounts show up on credit reports as early as January of this year. And so as the gentleman is saying, and all the reports and the articles are saying, with Klarna, that first quarter, $130 million unpaid consumer debt losses really shook them up. And the end investor, potential investor, wants to see these things rectified in order for the valuation to be there for the IPO, the initial public offering, so much so that they held off on it. So what does that mean for you out there, especially those of you that might be thinking about buying a home, because they are undisclosed debts? Okay, these are loans, payments that have to be calculated in your debt to income ratio. So that's why you need to understand the importance of it. Moreover, because they were not initially reported or didn't have to have a FICO scoring type decision making, you're gonna garner a lot of folks using it for whatever reason. I'm not here to cast dispersion on you if you're using those accounts, although there's an inordinate amount of people that make $50,000 or less that use these types of accounts. So you get yourself in trouble because the real problem is income. The points that I want to hit for those of you, again, that might want to buy a home is this. It's important not only to your credit score, but also to your debt to income ratio, because those are things that we were looking for to begin with when it comes to you trying to get a home. Let's move forward.
Don't do it.
Why?
Because it's a trap. It's like back in the day when I was growing up, I'm dating myself, they had layaway plans, which I used to do layaway for Adrian sometime or different things, because I didn't just wake up here. It's enticing you to spend money that you don't have. Wait until you have the money, or don't buy it. Budget. Because if it's that much money and you need to do it on payment plans, that means that it has exceeded your cash availability, your discretionary cash. If you need to buy those shoes on Klarna, then that means you don't need it.
What she said, it's short and sweet. And I agree with her statement because she's coming from a good place. I noticed a lot of people in the comment sections of prior videos take offense when people give sage, wise advice like this based upon their experience, because, if it steps on your toes, that means you're probably guilty of it. And you can do whatever you want to do. But when you get in a jam, with the same token, don't cry victim, because as she says, if you have to put certain things on these types of programs, which are not designed for you to win, it's designed to get you hooked. Facts, check this out. 85% of the people that use these types of accounts make $50,000 or less. And so with costs and things going up, as you can see, you're buying things that you really don't need. And again, folks don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. And we can accept it from somebody like her, from somebody like me, who has to had to learn how to delay gratification, because you'll never get to the next level doing things such as this. So much so, you see the folks per the first video and the $130 million in losses. A lot of folks are getting sued now. These things are not designed for you to win when it comes to buying a home. I've just recently closed a couple of deals with younger folks, and to a person, they say, hey, I only did it because other people are doing it. We got to stop. We got to stop following people to the slaughter, if you will, because just like subscription services, lifestyle creep, these things develop bad behaviors, and they're targeted towards people who don't have the basic financial literacy nor discipline that's needed to prevent you from getting yourself in trouble. So thank you for the advice. Hopefully you can hear it from her heart and not take offense to it. And, you know, if it steps on your toes, maybe you need to take an evaluation and get yourself a budget so that you can not only buy a home, get great rates on loans for things that you need loans for, assets, build a business. All these things are going to matter at some point in time. And so you really should pay attention to them. Thank you, ma'am. Let's move forward.
This just in, buy now, pay later companies will now be reporting your payments to the credit bureaus. Here's what that means for you. This could negatively impact your credit score if you don't play their game perfectly. So if you've ever used Affirm or Klarna or PayPal installment loans to make a purchase, it tells me a few things. Number one, you've created some bad financial habits. You've relied on lenders. You've fallen for the psychological marketing trick of seeing a lower number in that cart, which causes you to overspend every single time. And if you're one of the 44% of people who have missed a payment, this is really going to hurt you now that it affects your credit score, on top of the late fees, on top of the insane interest rates it can trigger. So buying now and paying later is a recipe to be broke now and broke later.
Yeah, so I just wanted to wrap it up with one of Dave's guys, Mr. Ramsey, because some of you guys don't believe things unless they come from certain people. I'll say that. But in summary, buy now, pay later. If it's something that you understand and you utilize it to your benefit, only way I could see it benefiting you is if you were able to get something interest-free and paid that thing off within the allotted term that you agreed to without paying any interest. That might work. But for the majority of you guys, me included, all of us, we have to discipline ourselves to understand what's a need and a want. And if it was working as intended, Klarna wouldn't have had $130 million in losses, and they're not the only ones. When you look at the financials of these companies, there's a lot of losses going on. So I liken it to sugar. We'll call it sugar. You could get addicted. Once you get addicted, it's cheap. It's free, like subscription services, and now they just keep going up, up, and up, and up because they've conditioned you to get that dopamine hit. So just say no to sugar. I'm trying to do it as well. With that, all joking aside, if we could be of assistance to you, or if you'd like to see other types of videos that would help you along your path to home ownership, let us know down in the comment section and we'll do our best to do so. And yeah, I think that's it. No need to belabor the point. You guys got it. Have a great day. Be good to one another. Let grace abound. And until the next time.